People who mock God and die. John Lennon, singer. Some years ago, during his interview with an American magazine, he said, "Christianity will end. It will disappear. I do not have to argue about that. I am certain. Jesus was okay, but his subjects were too simple. Today, we are more famous than him." 1966. Lennon, after saying that the Beatles were more famous than Jesus Christ, was shot 6 times. Tancredo Neves, president of Brazil, during the presidential campaign. He said, if he got 500,000 votes from his party, not even God would remove him from presidency. Sure, he got the votes, but he got sick a day before his inauguration as president, and he died. Cazuza, bisexual Brazilian composer, singer and poet. During a show in Canessio, Rio de Janeiro, while smoking his cigarette, he puffed out some smoke into the air and said, "God, that's for you." He died at the age of 32 of lung cancer in a horrible manner. The man who built the Titanic. After the construction of the cruise ship, Titanic, a reporter asked him how safe the Titanic would be. With an ironic tone he said, "Not even God can sink it." The result, I think you all know what happened to the Titanic. Marilyn Monroe, actress. She was visited by Billy Graham during a presentation of a show. He said the Spirit of God had sent him to preach to her. After hearing what the preacher had to say, she said, "I don't need your Jesus." A week later, she was found dead in her apartment. Bon Scott, singer. The ex-vocalist of the AC/DC, on one of his 1979 songs he sang, "Don't stop me, I'm going down all the way, down the highway to hell." On the 19th of February 1980, Bon Scott was found dead. He had been choked by his own vomit. Campinas, in 2005. In Campinas, Brazil, a group of friends, drunk, went to pick up a friend. The mother accompanied her to the car and was so worried about the drunkenness of her friends. And she said to the daughter holding her hand, who was already seated in the car, "My daughter, go with God and may he protect you." She responded, "Only if God travels in the trunk, 'cause inside here it's already full." Hours later, news came that they had been involved in a fatal accident. Everyone had died. The car could not be recognized what type of car it had been, but surprisingly, the trunk was intact. The police said there was no way the trunk could have remained intact. To their surprise, inside the trunk was a crate of eggs. None was broken. Christine Hewitt, Jamaican journalist and entertainer. She said the Bible Word of God was the worst book ever written. In June 2006, she was found burnt beyond recognition in her motor vehicle. Never mock God. Galatians 6 verse 7 says, "Don't be misled, you cannot mock the justice of God. You will always harvest what you plant."